If someone had told me a year ago that one phone notification would destroy my entire relationship, I would have laughed. I trusted my boyfriend, Ethan, completely. We had been together for 3 years. We shared an apartment, talked about marriage, and even planned to buy a house someday. Everyone thought we were the perfect couple. Honestly, I thought so too. Ethan was charming, attentive, and always knew how to make me laugh. Whenever friends complained about their relationships, I felt lucky. I never imagined I would become one of those heartbreaking stories people read online. But everything changed on a Friday night. Ethan had just returned from work. He seemed distracted, quiet. Every few minutes, he checked his phone and smiled at something on the screen. When I asked what was so funny, he quickly locked the phone and said it was just work messages. Something felt off, but I ignored it. Later that evening, we ordered food, watched a movie, and went to bed. Around midnight, Ethan got up and said he was going to take a shower. A few moments later, his phone, sitting on the nightstand, began vibrating non-stop. Normally, I would never touch it. I respected privacy, but when the screen lit up, my eyes landed on the notification. A woman's name, followed by a red heart emoji. My stomach instantly tightened. I tried looking away. I really did, but another message appeared, then another, and another. Finally, I picked up the phone. My hands were shaking. The passcode wasn't difficult. It was the same number he used for everything. The moment the phone unlocked, my entire world changed. There were hundreds of messages. Not dozens. Hundreds. Photos, voice notes, late-night conversations, inside jokes, plans for future trips. And the worst part, the messages weren't recent. They stretched back almost a year. Nearly 12 months. While I thought we were building a future together, he had been building another relationship behind my back. Tears filled my eyes as I kept scrolling. Every message felt like another knife in my chest. I saw him telling her things he used to tell me, calling her beautiful, telling her he loved her, promising her a future, the same future he had promised me. I couldn't breathe. For a moment, I genuinely thought I might pass out. Then I found something even worse. A photo, Ethan and the woman standing together at a beach. The date on the image made my blood run cold. That weekend, he had told me he was attending a work conference. Instead, he had spent the weekend with her. I felt sick. I wanted to scream. I wanted to throw the phone across the room. But somehow, I stayed calm. When Ethan returned from the shower, I quickly put the phone back exactly where it had been. He smiled at me. That smile nearly broke me, because now I knew the truth. And he had no idea. I barely slept that night. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw those messages, those photos, those lies. By morning, I had made my decision. I wasn't going to confront him immediately. I wanted answers first. Over the next week, I quietly gathered evidence, screenshots, photos, messages, receipts, everything. The deeper I looked, the uglier the truth became. There wasn't just one woman. There were three different women. Each one believed they were in a serious relationship with him. Each one had been lied to. Just like me, I couldn't believe it. The man I loved wasn't simply cheating. He was living multiple lives. For days, I struggled with what to do. Part of me wanted to leave immediately. Another part wanted revenge. Then an idea came to me. I contacted the other women. At first, they didn't believe me. Why would they? They trusted him too. But once I shared the screenshots, everything changed. Within hours, all three women realized they had been manipulated. Together, we created a group chat. And together, we made a plan. The following Saturday, Ethan invited us all to what he thought would be separate dates. Instead, every single one of us showed up at the same restaurant. I'll never forget the look on his face. He was sitting at a table waiting confidently. Then he saw me walk in. His smile disappeared. A second later, another woman entered. Then another. Then another. The color drained completely from his face. For several seconds, nobody spoke. The restaurant felt silent. Finally, one of the women placed printed screenshots on the table. Another showed photos. Another read messages aloud. Every lie, every promise, every betrayal, exposed, right there, in front of everyone. Ethan tried explaining, he tried apologizing, he tried blaming misunderstandings, but nobody listened, because there was nothing left to explain. The evidence spoke for itself. One by one, we stood up and walked away, together, leaving him alone at the table, exactly where he belonged. That was the last time I ever saw him. A few months later, I moved to a new apartment and started rebuilding my life. It wasn't easy, healing never is, but looking back now, I realized something important. Finding the truth hurt, but living a lie would have hurt even more. Sometimes the worst discoveries become the beginning of something better. And while opening his phone felt like the end of my world at the time, it was actually the start of a brand new chapter, one where I finally knew my worth, and one where I would never settle for less again.